Hello Hunters, Autobot Dawson here, ready to roll out a new Destiny 2 Lightfall video for you. And today we're going to be taking a look at my current Void Hunter Nightstalker build now that we have the new mod system. Okay, so let's get right into it. First of all, I'm not going to go over every mod because that's all personal preference. Instead, I'm going to go over the mods that are actually essential for the build. So you want to be running Void Siphon here on the helmet. Rapid Void Weapon Final Blows will create an Orb of Power, and of course now Orbs of Power are how we get Armor Charge for the new mod system. So again, Void Siphon on the helmet, and whatever else you see fit to use. For the gauntlets, you want to go ahead and at least be using Void Loader, which is going to increase the reload speed of your Void weapons, meaning more overall DPS because you're reloading faster. For your chest piece, you want to use at least 1 to 2 stacks here of Void Reserves, increasing the amount of ammo that you can carry for Void weapons. I'm not sure if a third copy has an effect, maybe it does, but I wanted to use Unflinching Void Aim as well, which is going to help you aim more accurately with your Void weapons, though that's personal preference. Just make sure you have at least the Void Reserves, because again, that's increasing your overall ammo for your Void weapons. And then here's where things get really critical here with the boots and chest and the boots and the class item. Okay, so on our boots, you don't have to use 3 copies necessarily. However, I definitely recommend using up to 3 copies of Void Weapon Surge, and those are going to be giving you a damage boost of basically 10%, 17%, and 22%. If what I've seen is accurate. So the first one is worth 10%, and then diminishing returns, the next one's worth 7 for a total of 17, the next one's worth 5 for a total of 22. But that's still a 22% damage buff, you guys. What Void Weapon Surge does is when you collect an Orb of Power, you basically are going to gain a small bonus to your Void Weapon damage. Now this does decay over time, which is where the class item comes in, Time Dilation. Now multiple copies of this are going to extend your 10-second timer on Void Weapon Surge to 15 seconds with 1 copy, 18 seconds with 2 copies, and 20 seconds with 3. So you definitely have to use at least 1 as an essential piece of this build. Using 3, though it does give you diminishing returns, still is going to increase that time up to 20 seconds. So I do still recommend it unless there's something else you really need to be using in your class item. But at least 1. And as many Void Weapon Surge as possible. Now, the way that you're getting orbs consistently is with Void Siphon. So as you can see now, Void Siphon is going to create orbs so that we activate Void Weapon Surge, and Elemental, or rather now it's just called Time Dilation. Time Dilation is going to ensure that we have Void Weapon Surge for longer. And then things like Void Loader, Void Reserves, and Unflinching Void Aim just basically help the quality of our Void weapons. So that is going to be how you increase your Void damage, you guys. Now, I've done many builds on the actual subclass and Gerfalcon, so I'm not going to go too far deep into this. Be sure to check those out if you don't already know, but by this point, I'm sure most Night Stalkers are aware of how good Gerfalcon is. Basically, you can put on any Void weapon you want for this build. Obviously, some are going to be better than others, but any Void weapon you like. And then with Gerfalcon, what that's going to do is after you go invisible, your Void weapons are going to all gain volatile rounds, which is absolutely amazing because you're going to combine that with Stylus Executioner, where defeating a volatile target will give you invisibility and true sight, which means every single kill with your Void weapons with pretty much constant uptime is going to make you invisible, and it's going to make targets volatile, as well as give you true sight. I recommend using Vanishing Step as your other aspect so that simply dodging can make you invisible to keep this as fast and often as possible. For your fragments and abilities, I leave that up to you. But these are definitely the important, the essentials here. Okay, so without further ado, let's see it in action. I'm bringing just some different test weapons here. Again, use whatever void weapon floats your boat. You know, I switch between this one, the new grenade launcher's fun. I have a linear, I have a sword. This is the new Rage shotgun. I'm going to be trying it out here. We've got a repulsor brace fusion rifle. We've got a sniper. We've got the Adept Trials hand cannon. Whatever void weapons you like, that's the glory of this build, is it's actually going to be increasing damage for all void weapons. So, let's take a look here. So we're going to go invisible. Go now. We've seen we got those rapid void kills. Should be dropping an orb of power here. There you can see we now have armor charge up, which means we're getting that void weapon boost times 3. And while we're going invisible, we are replenishing our volatile rounds, which is going to be really the bread and butter of this build. As you can see, huge damage here. As long as you have that armor charge, that's going to be absolutely amazing for you. Machine guns are definitely great in this update, but again, it's any void weapon. And let's try out the shotgun real quick, just so you guys can see it in action on that. As you can see, absolutely dominates. And with the new mod system, you might as well get the free, damage boost while you have those armor charges. Alright guys, that's pretty much going to do it for today's video. Just a quick rundown on basically different void build that you can use now that we have the new mod system. Remember, time dilation and void weapon surge are the most important things. Be sure to use void siphon on the helmet to create orbs. And remember, for DPS phases, it's going to be great because a Warlock or Titan is going to be putting down a bubble or a well, and you are going to be immediately getting orbs, thus activating your void damage boost. And then use your Falcon's Hauberk with Stylus Executioner and Vanishing Step for even more effectiveness, making your weapons volatile. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. This is Autobot Dawson, rolling out.